A royal bombshell. Prince William and Princess Catherine expecting their fourth child. Prince William and Princess Catherine have officially announced they are expecting their fourth child, a piece of news that has been instantly categorized as a major royal bombshell. The palace confirmed the news in a stunning announcement, and the precise timing of the revelation has captivated and concerned commentators worldwide. With the monarchy currently navigating a delicate period of transition and health uncertainty, this is far more than a simple family event. It possesses the potential to fundamentally alter the public perception and trajectory of the British royal family. The Palace Revelation, a calculated statement on the 21st of September, 2025, precisely at 9 o'clock in the morning. Buckingham Palace released an exceedingly brief, two-line statement that immediately sent shockwaves across all major media platforms. Princess Catherine is pregnant with her fourth child. Though the content of the news was explosive, the manner in which it was delivered was even more unusual and telling. There was no accompanying image, no prearranged public appearance, and conspicuously, not even the expected descriptor of the couple being delighted. Just two deliberately concise sentences were provided, leaving the general public and the press corps with countless unanswered questions. Within a mere 6 hours, the story became the top headline for major global news outlets, including the BBC, Sky News, and The Times. Commentators swiftly began to dissect the cold, clinical tone of the official release. One seasoned royal correspondent observed that the statement felt overtly clinical and protective, suggesting it was a carefully crafted message designed to provide the bare minimum information necessary, and nothing more. This was interpreted not just as another pregnancy announcement, but as a deliberate signal. Adding to the tension was the preceding silence. Catherine had not been seen in a public capacity for over 3 months, and earlier speculation regarding her health had only just begun to subside. Many observers had believed her public return at Trooping the Colour in June had been the final step in her extensive recovery following her cancer diagnosis. The unexpected pregnancy, however, caught everyone completely off guard. Insiders quickly pointed out that this news transcended the mere addition of a new baby. It hinted at significant internal movement within the monarchy. With King Charles III still undergoing treatment and Prince William taking on an ever-increasing share of royal duties, this pregnancy was viewed as a critical turning point, a powerful reminder that even amidst a health crisis, the royal machinery continues its forward motion. For some, this upcoming child could become a potent symbol of renewal for a monarchy grappling with modern pressures and an aging leadership structure. As the media frenzy escalated, a single question echoed across newsrooms: why was the announcement made now? This leads directly to the next compelling mystery, the mystery of gender. What the palace is not saying here is where the narrative becomes even more intriguing. The palace's announcement completely omitted any mention of the baby's gender. Not a single pronoun or even the faintest hint was offered, a significant departure from typical royal protocol. For previous pregnancies, such as the one leading up to Prince George's birth in 2013, speculation around the child's gender had been massive and encouraged. This time, there was absolute silence. Then came a deliberate signal. Just 2 days after the announcement, Catherine made a rare public appearance at a children's literacy event. She was photographed wearing a cream-colored coat adorned with a distinct pink rose brooch. For many onlookers, this accessory was far from a coincidence. Royal observers immediately seized upon it, with one fan posting on social media that Kate's not random. She never has been. That rose is a message. Historically, this assessment is often accurate. In 2015, only weeks before Princess Charlotte was born, Catherine wore a powder blue coat that many correctly took as a subtle indication of the baby's gender. In the royal world, every color and every accessory is considered part of a curated story. By the 23rd of September, speculation had reached a fever pitch. Betting markets recorded a sharp increase in wagers predicting a girl, and social media platforms were saturated with comparative photos of Catherine's previous maternity fashion choices. Yet, the palace maintained its complete silence, offering no confirmations and no denials. This calculated lack of clarity may not be solely about generating suspense. It could also be a form of protection. This is not just any child. If the baby is a girl, she could become a close ally to Princess Charlotte and potentially assume future ducal responsibilities. If it is a boy, the question arises about the impact on Prince Louis, now 7, and how the public's attention will be redistributed among the younger royal heirs. More profoundly, the pregnancy carries an immense emotional weight. Following months of illness, isolation, and recovery, a new child symbolizes profound hope, but it also carries risk. Some within the inner circle believe the palace is keeping details closely guarded because they are managing multiple, intertwined narratives simultaneously. Ultimately, the central question remains, was the timing of this announcement accidental or a carefully calculated strategic maneuver? The question of timing. Why now? The most pressing question on the public's mind following the surprise pregnancy announcement was quite simple. Why now? The revelation came only weeks after King Charles III had tentatively resumed a limited schedule of royal duties while continuing his cancer treatment. The timing was felt to be loaded, not only with personal emotion but with geopolitical strategy. Sources close to the palace indicate that Catherine and William had known about the pregnancy for several months, but had intentionally chosen to delay sharing the news. The holdup was not merely adherence to royal protocol, it was deeply personal. Catherine's recovery was still underway. Following her major abdominal surgery in January 2024 and the shocking cancer announcement in March, the couple desperately needed private space to heal, to breathe, and to prepare themselves. Crucially, when they did finally choose to reveal the news, it was not released on an arbitrary day. The statement was strategically timed to be placed after Catherine's very public return at Trooping the Color, but before the monarchy entered its next concentrated round of formal public engagements. This was more than a routine family update, it was a powerful statement. We are still standing, and we are growing. One royal aide, who spoke on condition of anonymity, commented that the palace emphatically did not want the news to be perceived as a comeback stunt, but rather as a genuine display of strength, not mere spectacle. Nevertheless, the world struggled to reconcile the facts. Just 18 months earlier, the Princess of Wales was publicly battling fatigue, nausea, and the debilitating effects of chemotherapy. Now, she is pregnant again. For many, the news felt like a declaration of extraordinary personal resilience, but also an undeniable gamble. In the background, King Charles's health continues to be a source of uncertainty. William is steadily moving into a more central role, attending events that were once exclusively his father's domain. The timing of this pregnancy effectively shifts the public focus away from anxiety and decline and toward the themes of continuity and life. This was not merely a private, personal choice. It was also a strategic power move. And at the center of it all is the woman who has entirely redefined royal motherhood for the modern era. Catherine's evolution in motherhood, from George to baby number 4. To fully grasp the significance of this fourth pregnancy, one must recall July 2013, the day Prince George was born. Hours after giving birth, Catherine emerged from St. Mary's Hospital in a simple polka dot dress, cradling her newborn and smiling brightly. This was more than a photo opportunity. It was a deliberate break from centuries of tradition.